So I became a believer at 19 when I was in college at ECU through a Bible study in one of the dorm rooms that my friend basically made me go to. He was a minister at ECU and we were already friends. And so he said, hey, you need to go to this. This is my friend JT. He's having this Bible study in the dorm. And I had no interest in going, but I knew since we were friends, he was going to ask me about it later because I was going to see him every week. And so I went just to make him happy and do that. But when we went, I started hearing a lot about God's character for the first time, and we studied the Bible for the purpose of learning God's character rather than as a laundry list of to-dos or to not-dos. And I started to realize that, oh, this God sounds like someone I like. We started talking about pride eventually, and I realized that was actually me and the posture I took towards God, everyone around me, and the rest of the world. I realized that made me God's enemy, and that me wanting to be better than everyone else didn't mean that God was going to help me check all the boxes off and let me be in heaven when I died. The reward was what I was working for, that I really didn't care about because I didn't love God. I just wanted to think I was good and I was better than others. I realized that God calls that pride, and he opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. So I realized my attitude towards everyone and my entire worldview put me as an enemy of God. But because he was so loving and so great and good of a God, that he wanted to have a relationship with me and did that through sending his son. So God coming on earth and living the life that we should have lived and dying the death that I deserved to die. Because of that, even though I was God's enemy, I could be his child through the blood of Jesus and his sacrifice. When we went through our membership interview, we had the sort of conversation of I wanted to respect baptism and not be baptized again frivolously, because I was baptized when I was 16, but I was not following Jesus. I wasn't a Christian. It was weird circumstances, a lot of more of family pressure and not really understanding the gospel and understanding sort of wanting to be saved from the bad things in the world, but not wanting to actually like obey anything. I kind of came to it with a little discomfort of like, oh, I've been a Christian for a long time, since I was 19. I'm 26 now. But through conversations, Hal and Josh helped me realize that it was good and right to be baptized after we come to faith in Jesus as a sign that our lives have been changed for eternity by the gospel. So I'm happy to do that and be baptized as a part of this church, and I'm happy to do that as an example of what God's done in my life today.